Hi, Anti-Society! Welcome back to the Antisocial Planet. Today we are checking out Tsuyu's Runaway, and I'm so excited for this. Honestly, I got to Strategy, right? That came out, we watched it, we somehow survived, and I've just entered a Tzuyu phase ever since then, and I can't get out, and I don't think I want to, honestly. Even just going through healing camping, she's just a cutie pie. I feel like this will probably be like a little bit different, because we're going into like performer Tzuyu, and I don't necessarily know what vibe I'm gonna get, but it just makes me excited to see some of her solo stuff and see what this song has for me. I actually have no context. I have no idea what the vibe's gonna be, actually. I really think I don't know anything about this song. Like, I think I managed to avoid everything about it, which is surprising. So I don't even know what genre we're gonna be getting. I'm assuming pop, but who knows? Ooh. So I don't want to interrupt. I don't want to. We started right away at that piano, but she said vocals. These vocal runs also. Where's the line, the lyrics? Hey, I started this being like, I entered a Tzuyu phase and I couldn't get out. I think that's just the way it works. I think like you enter and it's like, well, this is my life now. I love the piano keys too, the melody. A vocal run. Unlikely. Ooh, where that beat comes in. Dang, I love that this is just like those piano keys and like a little bit of a synth. We got a bit of a retro feel to it. Okay. Unlikely. Ooh, bops. Ooh, drums. No! Oh my gosh. Okay, her voice. I got chills. I like Tsuyu's voice. I've always liked Tsuyu's voice. Whenever we get a moment where she gets to show off her vocals, we rejoice, especially in the early stuff. She's showing off in this. Am I the only one who's... I feel like she had something to prove with this song in particular, because you don't do those vocal runs unless you're trying to show something off. And it's almost like a siren call, right? Because she's talking about, hey, this is your warning because I'm gonna pull you in and you're not gonna be able to get out. You're gonna beg to stay. So I love having all these like vocal runs, all these really beautiful, like lighter, like bright sounding vocals. And then every once in a while, because of the vocal melody, she's digging into some of that lower tone. It gets a bit of a darker tone to her voice and this kind of like off kilter sound that is, again, like this warning. There's like something in the melodies and like the way that she's singing that makes you go, oh wait, it's like a little bit ominous, right? And I think that just fits so well with this. Love the retro vibe, like this like synthy 80s pop sound. I think that it's just so much fun. And the dance beat that's about to come in, I feel like, stop. I'm like instantly in love, which I was pretty sure was gonna happen because it's sweet. But I didn't think I'd be so on brand with what the song was about, okay? I'm just like, I'm a little bit in denial just because she's calling me out so strongly. A little cry? Gorgeous. Both the layered vocals too. Ooh, the like light vocal. No, that was like light vocals, and she put a little bit of a vibrato at the end of it too. And I love that it just softens out and it like blends into the music as we're having this bit of a music break in all of it, right? So she's just lightening up her voice and it's all soft and it's like a juxtaposition, right? Because she's talking through this whole thing about, hey, this is like your warning. This is me giving you a chance to run away, right? To not be pulled in, but then having this really like soft vocal of, are you ready to like fall in love and all of that. So having this really like soft, light vocal that's just like, what is there to be afraid of? Beautiful performance. Like her vocals are incredible on this, and I'm beaming because I'm like, she better have gotten praise for this. You know what I mean? Put some respect on our girl's name, because I feel like she was pushed to the side a little bit earlier on, and thank goodness she got a solo with a bunch of different songs and she showed up. These vocals, gorgeous, and it's just a bop. I mean, I think so. Willing, anyway. Oh, I love the way that she like digs into parts of her voice and she like goes into this mix and it just has this beautiful, rich sound. But also, I love this. You'll see the side of me no one's ever seen before. I love that she's leaning into that. Again, this is her like doing solo stuff and getting to be in the spotlight and giving a little bit more wiggle room, right? When artists get to do solo stuff as opposed to within the group. And I feel like Twice has come so far in what they're doing. And again, there's gaps in my discography that I've gone through so far, but just the leaps and bounds that they have made with vocal performances, every single one of them, even just between the last few albums that I've checked out, is actually crazy. Like, they don't have to work that hard. And the fact that Tzuyu is like this far in the game and she's, okay, I'm going to show you how much work I've put in for the last, 9 years? So she's like, take a seat. This is your warning, right? Get out if you can't handle it. But if you do stick around, I'm going to show you what I've been working on for the last almost decade, more than that, right? If we go into like trainee days, right? And I love it. I love the energy. I love the confidence. I love the vocal performance that we're getting. I'm excited to see what the music video is going to be, because I feel like we got to have some good choreo with this kind of beat. Yes, please. Those little cries she puts in. A great little pause. God, that vocal run is so good. Okay, just before we get into the end, I'm just with the whole vocal run, right? She does it on like these strange, like not the best vowels for it either. Like she does it on these A like vowels, which are a little bit more closed off. Like it'd be so much easier to do it on a vowel that was more like open, like an ah, right? Where you can have that kind of agility that you would need for that. But she's doing it on like a much higher like forward vowel, which is also why it's sticking out. Obviously she's like augmenting it like a little bit and it's not quite as the way that you would pronounce it if it wasn't in like a sung melody, but still there was an easier way to go about that, and she was just like, nah, I'm gonna show you what I can do, and I appreciate that. I still want to end. All the vocals later in the back. Ooh, I love all of the layered vocals and all of that, like the vocals in the back, the harmonies, all of it just like making this like ethereal sound to it. I'm so excited for this music video. Like I just instantly obsessed with this song, not just because like sonically I love the synth like retro vibe. I love her performance in it, but the confidence radiating off of it, love it. Especially since Tzuyu is more of a kind of quieter, shy, soft-spoken person, right? That I feel like stepping into this role of a ton of charisma and confidence is a little bit outside of what we usually see with her. So I love that she's like, hey, I'm going to show you a side that you haven't seen before. I'm like, yes, please. Yes. And do it with that kind of confidence. Absolutely. I am so excited to see what this music video is going to be, what the choreo has to be like, because look, I know there's dance practice. So I'm like, there's got to be some good choreo with that kind of beat. Too excited. I can't wait to listen to the song so many times. I am ready to click play. Honestly, I'm like, yeah, I have not run away. Let's do this. All right, we got like a text or something. I need y'all to stop putting red text for anything. It hurts my brain. Okay. Ooh, everything depends on how you dream. Are we doing dream things? This is a little bit more somber vibes starting out. Ooh, okay, first off, the like bandage, but also the red string of like fate, right? Being cut is interesting too. Ooh, are we leaving behind? Ooh, okay. When I said siren, I didn't know I was like on point, I guess. It's like soft lighting. Dang! Sorry, I wasn't ready. When I said siren, it felt like a little bit like a siren of, hey, once you hear my song, or I decide that I'm going to set my eyes on you. That's it. I'm gonna pull you in. I didn't know it's like a little bit of a horror element with the like cut and then cutting the string of fate, and it's almost like something happened to the poor guy that involved in this. And then the bloody like fingerprints. Ooh, definitely a different side. Ooh, it's like turning back time. Whoa. Oh my gosh, running in heels. But like mirrors too, like mirrors like multiple of her. Interesting. Girl, the dance. Oh, she has like the red ribbon too. Whoa. Whoa. First off, I was like, she has like in the blue dress. Doesn't she have the red ribbon on the back of it, I think? Yeah, she's got like the red ribbon as opposed to everyone else. And then we're going through something, but then having this like distortion on both like the tunnel and then everything like shatters, like the mirrors, almost like a fun house. You know what I mean? But a little more like horror leading. It's almost like there's something left on the bed too. No. Whoa. Dang. Queen behavior. I feel like there might be a leak somewhere. Again, mirror. And then the like leaking water. Again, I think like mirrors isn't like a reflection of the soul, but then also you get like funhouse mirrors that like distort reality, or there's lots of folklore of mirrors trapping souls and stuff. But also if you put like mirrors back to back, you get like infinite reflections, but also multiple reflections as in like multiple sides of herself. There are so many different things that we can do with mirrors. Interesting. And like water as well, reflective. So like a painting. Ooh, we left that on like those drums, the hand gestures. Ma'am, we do not need to be on the floor. Ooh, I love that backing up by that beat that's going and the interactions with the dancers on the side. That's so good. Whoa, all the different like sides. Dang, I love that there's like horror elements into this, right? Because she's a sweetie pie, right? Like you look at her and she's, look at that sweet, cute, beautiful woman, right? And then exactly, you'd never see it coming. Ooh. And like the flashing lights and everything. Like the rapid switch between all the different sides. Ooh, love that kick over the knee. Girl! A little bit okay. It's a little scary. I don't like when she slightly smiles at me. Oh, like feathers too. Look at her sweet smile though. Even I'm taking it in. Look, we need to not be on the floor. That does not need to happen. But the like flowers, we had lots of that where it's something that's delicate, but also we had like a painting, which is something that is like an illusion, right? Like a painting is not the actual thing. It's just a bunch of messy lines when you look closer, right? And then even like the feathers, I think about like the bed where you have like feathers in like the stuffing of like pillows and duvets and stuff, but then also feathers like wings, angelic, and that's not what she is. She may look like an angel, but she's not. Or that's not the story that we're telling. Or like a delicate flower, but there's thorns, or like you don't know what you've gotten into until it's too late. She is real cute though. Ma'am. Unnecessary. Ooh, I love the framing of her in the center of that formation with the dancers. And it ends with her like alone in this dark place. Dang, I was not ready for us to lean into some of the like horror elements of this, right? Especially for someone like Tzuyu, I feel, and Twice, right? At least from what I have seen so far of Twice's music, they don't really lean in to the scary elements. Maybe I will find that at some point as I go through their discography, but even though they can have like more mature, like sophisticated, it seems to be more the side that they go as opposed to like scary, like horror elements. And this in and of itself isn't super leaning into that. There are definitely like other music videos that I've watched that lean more heavily into that, but I think that it is interesting to do that for Tzuyu specifically, because like I said, she's more of a quiet, a little bit shy, keeps to herself kind of person, and this whole song is about, I'm going to show you something different. I'm going to show you that the persona that you're used to isn't all that you're going to get, and it's going to be too late once you realize. So I think it's so interesting to lean into that, and I think it plays off really well because it's Tzuyu, right? Because she smiles and I'm like, yeah, that's a cutie pie, and then I'm like, oh, wait a minute. And I think that her like cutting like the red string very much makes me think of like the Fates specifically in like Greek mythology, right, where they get to see like the past, present, future, and they like cut the string of fate as like deciding whether or not someone lives or dies. And I don't know how much of that is translated into this, but it feels a little bit like that with the scissors and the like warping, which is like in the tunnel and it all like warps and shatters apart. Oh, I loved it. I don't even know, I have so many thoughts and I don't know if I can pull them all into actual coherent thoughts, but between the song and the music video, I can't wait to check out some more of the choreo. I got to see some of it, but I feel like they probably didn't show all of the best bits, or at least it'll be a lot more fun to go through like a dance practice and actually get to see the whole thing. Loved it though. No notes. I understand why so many people wanted me to get to this. No, I get it, because wow, not just, again, performance, her vocals, incredible. Can't wait to see some more of the choreo that we got from this, but also just like the acting in terms of her kind of switching between all these different personas, right? Like we had the rapid kind of editing between all these different like versions of her, but the fact that she was able to have kind of that slight smile where I'm like, ooh, that in other contexts would be cute, but in this one it makes me a little bit nervous because it's like this slight smirk of, I knew that this would happen. Like, you're exactly where I want you. And I think that is really shows off the fact that she has the kind of like that, those acting chops to be able to play that off, because I know that she's sweet. And maybe that's why, like, when she smiles, I'm like, what a cutie pie, because I know that's who she is. But able to step into that role really well. And I think it's so fun to have this soft lighting, warm lighting in some parts, and this really cold, blue, ominous, dark settings in a lot of the other ones. And even just like when she was walking around on like the road and like people were like turning to look at her and you could just see the confidence in her face and like in her smile. I love that so much. No, I get it. And I feel like I need to check out so many other things from her first album and all of the choreo. Definitely. I feel like that's going to be my next stop, is checking out the choreo for this one. But I'm just already obsessed, and I know that's exactly what she wanted me to do. But you know what? I'm just a simple person, okay? I went into this already loving her, so I didn't really need any convincing. But I love that she got to do a solo, and I love that she came up with something like this that really shows off a lot of different sides for her and shows, again, like all the different areas of talent, from acting to dancing to vocals. I think that it shows a huge like spectrum of what she can do as a performer, and I really like that. So I hope you enjoyed listening to that along with me. You can click this playlist to go see my previous reactions, or you can subscribe so next time I post a twice reaction. I will see you in the next video. Bye.